Love, a feeling that cannot be separated from human life. Every human being must have felt it in their heart. Love gives humans the power to take care and do the best for someone they love. Love makes humans not only love or care about themselves, but also others.
And that's when marriage comes to be one of the roots of human life. Marriage then strengthens the physical and spiritual bonds between lovers. Indonesia, as a country that had hundreds of tribes in it, of course, has various kinds of wedding ceremonies, those related to cultural marriages and religious marriages.
Local heroes, in this episode, we will provide you information on how love and culture unite humans in a sacred bond. Of course, only on this great program,
Local Wisdom.
Local heroes, marriage is a binding ceremony to live together legally in a marriage bond. Marriage is a special moment for brides and grooms, their families, and friends who witness it. This moment, of course, is usually carried out according to their respective traditions, culture, and religion. Marriage is a sacred moment, therefore, it must be carefully prepared so the wedding process will run smoothly.
The traditional wedding ceremony is full of cultural values that are firmly held by the families of the bride and groom, based on the tradition of their ancestors. Traditional ceremonies are not only held on the wedding day. Instead, several ceremonies must be performed before the wedding day. Local heroes. Here are some interesting pre-wedding traditions from various ethnics in Indonesia. The first tradition of pre-wedding ceremonies comes from the Javanese ethnics. The ceremony is called Midodareni. Some people call it Pangarip-Arit night, or the last night of singleness for the bride and groom. On the night of Midodareni, the groom's family visit the bride's house to propose the groom. On that night, the two brides-to-be were not allowed to meet.
The groom-to-be brings gift which is usually called seserahan, while the bride-to-be remains in the bridal chamber and is only allowed to be visited by female guests. At the event, the parents of the bride-to-be will give the groom-to-be returns gift, which usually contain kancing galung, clothes to be worn at Panggih ceremony in the next day.
At present, the meaning of the Midodareni processions can be seen as a form of respect for the cultural heritage of the ancestors, and is no longer an obligation that must have been carried out in modern society. If local heroes intend to implement the concept of Javanese marriage, then it should be done with the traditional procession according to the rules.
Banjar is one of the tribes originating from the province of South Kalimantan. This tribe has an interesting pre-wedding ritual called Badudus. Badudus is a bathing ritual to purify the brides and grooms-to-be in Banjar society. Badudus rituals are usually held when someone is about to get married, at the coronation, or when they are 7 months pregnant. In general, The meaning of Badudu's ritual is self-cleaning, physically and mentally. Badudu's rituals are carried out to protect a person from various psychological problems that may come from outside or inside.
Badudu, or some people call it Babapai, has the meaning of sprinkling water with Mayang Pinang on the bride and groom. This ritual is performed by elderly women in the family or community elders. During the ritual, the bride and groom wear sasirangan clothes, which is a traditional cloth from the Banjar tribe. One of the unique things in this ritual is that offerings are always prepared in the form of 41 types of cakes: red porridge, white porridge, black kave, and so on. Local heroes. The next ritual tradition is Bainai Night. Bainai Night is a tradition carried out before the wedding day for the people of Minang from West Sumatra. This traditional event is also used as a gathering moment for the entire family of the bride to give blessing and prayers to the bride.
On Bainai Night, the bride-to-be wears special traditional clothes that are full of meaning. The bride-to-be will wear a scarf-shaped dress that is crossed in front of the chest with the arms and shoulders open. And of course, the most important part of Bainai Night is decorating the hands of the bride-to-be with beautiful patterns using traditional henna called inai. As for the headdress, the bride-to-be should wear a typical Minang headdress called suntiang. The suntiang worn on Bainai Night must be different from what will be worn at the wedding. It has to be shorter, and the decoration is not as complicated as the suntiang that will be worn at the wedding.
Regarding the wedding ceremony, the Bugis tribe has a tradition known as Mapaci Night. This tradition is one of a series Bugis traditional wedding processions, which are carried out on the night before the ijab kabul for the bride. Similar to Bainai Night, one of the procession of Mapaci Night is to use henna or inai on the fingers of the bride.
Mapaci is a traditional marriage ceremony that has been passed down from generation to generation by the Bugis tribe to purify the bride-to-be from bad things. In Mapaci, it is believed that good goal must be based on good intentions and effort as well. Mapaci itself is derived from the word pating, which means clean. This procession is intended to cleanse the bride-to-be from various things that might appear as a distraction at the wedding ceremony. Mapaci can also be interpreted from the word pati, which means henna or inai, as the bride-to-be's hands will be decorated with henna on their hands at this procession.
The Sundanese, a tribe originating from West Java, have a tradition called Ngeunye Sere. Ngeunye Sere usually held at bride house on the night before the marriage ceremony. The event was attended by the entire family of the bride and groom. In this ceremony, both of them asked for the blessing of their parents in the presence of all family members. In this procession, parents give advice through symbol of the object used during the ceremony. The advice given expected to be useful for their happiness and household harmony in the future. The implementation of the Ngunya Surah ceremony is led by the female elder, who knows very well about this traditional event, who is usually called as Nini Pangenyer.
The objects becoming the symbols in Nguyak Surah ceremony are certainly follow the rules of the tradition. Bay leaves, tobacco, broomsticks, palm oil, and woven thread are some examples of the objects used as symbol in Nguyak Surah procession. Each of them has its meaning and purpose. Well, local heroes, don't go anywhere and stay with us for more interesting information only on Local Wisdom.
Marriage will be an important moment in someone's life and will be a beautiful memory. So, it is not surprisingly that many people are preparing for their wedding carefully. Now, for those of you local heroes who are not married yet, you also have to prepare the right wedding concept so that your wedding dreams can come true.
Local heroes, while you're thinking about the wedding concept you will choose, let's take a look at the next interesting information. Who knows, it could be your wedding inspiration. Check this out. People in Indonesia know various traditions about marriage, including for the people of Ogan tribe. Ogan tribe lives in the highlands of South Sumatra region. They inherited a marriage tradition from their ancestor called pengadangan. Pengadangan is carried out by blocking the groom-to-be with a long scarf. To pass the long scarf, the groom-to-be and his group must fulfill whatever requested by the bride-to-be.
Pangandangan is also held to strengthen the relationship between two families who will be united in marriage. During the ceremony, the presence of the groom will be accompanied by the beating of the tambourine, while the groom entourage bring various gifts desired by the bride. During the Pangandangan, a spokesperson from the traditional elder is needed to convince the bride's family. After the agreement has been agreed upon by all family, the procession then continues with the marriage contract. After the marriage is legal, the wedding party is enlivened with various kinds of entertainment.
Local heroes, the marriage tradition in Indonesia cannot be separated from the dowry. Dowry is considered very important and mandatory because it has become a religious order, culture, and tradition in each region.
Not much difference from other regions in Indonesia, the dowry is also applied by the Batak tribe in North Sumatra, known as Sinamut. A couple's dreams to navigate the household had to run aground in Hurricane Sinamot. So you could say this is quite a scary thing for young Batak couples today. Many complain about Sinamot's high cost.
For those who do not belong to Batak tribe, Sinamot is considered as an expensive dowry. Well, actually, Sinamot is negotiable. In determining the price of Sinamot, there will be negotiations between the families of the woman and man. They will meet and bargain the amount of Sinamot.
Next, we have to Tanah Toraja. which is located in Sulawesi. In the modern society, we know there is a prenuptial agreement. Apparently, the Toraja people have known this for a long time. This procession, which is similar to a prenuptial agreement, is called the Urampan Kapa. This procession is carried out to ensure that the two families discuss household commitment with each other, including the punishment that will be imposed on the bride and groom if they violate the agreement.
There is a punishment for the one causing the divorce. The definite form of punishment in Urampan Kapa is to pay the penalty with buffaloes. The number of buffaloes that must be paid is based on the previous agreement. The total penalty can be up to 12 pairs of buffaloes.
Local heroes. Now we are heading to the easternmost region in Indonesia, Papua. Here is where the Dani tribe comes from, one of the major tribes of Papua. The Dani tribe also has their wedding ceremonies is called Mawe. Mawe is a unique ceremony because it is held in May every 4 to 6 years. A girl's value are determined by their body growth and ability to work. Meanwhile, for a man, requirements to become a groom is that he has a thick beard and has several pigs, because he will pay for his marriage using a pig. Besides as the main food, pork is also used as the dowry for marriage.
Romantic love story as known by most people in the world barely exists in Dani culture. Unlike other wedding ceremonies, Mawe is carried out in a simple way. However, this ceremony shows us how important the position of women in Dani tribe, as they are considered equal to pigs, which are the main food and dowry in the tribe's culture.
Belitung. Local heroes must be familiar with it. Is the name of an island located in the east of Sumatra. Belitung, which has a Malayan, does have a culture of pantun that is timeless. From this pantun culture that was passed down from generation to generation, that in Belitung a tradition was created, a wedding ceremony called Berebut Lawang. Berebut Lawang itself is a tradition of conveying pantun between the two families in the bride and groom in traditional Belitung wedding, where this pantun is carried out when the groom will enter the bride house at the wedding.
Begins with welcoming the groom's-to-be's family. When the two families meet, they will shake hands and the bride-to-be family will give betel leaves, gum beer and limestone to the groom-to-be's family as a symbol of respect for them. What's more, when the groom's-to-be and his family is heading to the bride's-to-be's family, they will be accompanied by hadroh or Rabbana music and Islamic songs.
Alright, local heroes, stay with us because we will still be back in our favorite program show,
Local Wisdom.
Local heroes, we are back again and stay in
Local Wisdom.
So local heroes, there are many ways that couple do to tie their lovely tightly with various symbols. One of these symbols is a love lock. If we talk about love locks, surely our memories immediately to go France and South Korea. But it turned out that we don't have to go there just to pin the lack of love. Because in Indonesia, there is also a Lovelock location that is no less interesting.
Local heroes, are you curious where the location of Lovelocks in Indonesia? Check it out! The first location is Repo Bridge in Kutai, Kertanegara Regency, East Kalimantan Province. Repo Bridge connects the city of Tenggarong with Kumala Island. The concept of the Lovelock on Repo Bridge is similar to the Lovelock on the Pont de Sa Bridge in Paris. Just write your name and your boy or girlfriend, then hook it on the bridge and lock it. Don't forget to throw the lock key into the river below.
The Repo Bridge is one of the tourist attractions in Tenggarong, Kutai Kartanegara. Local heroes who have never been there can visit while enjoying the flow of the Mahakam River below, which will be a pleasant experience. And don't forget to visit Kumala Island to enjoy the natural beauty and various games there. Of course, with loved ones, it will be more exciting.
If on Repo Bridge you must throw your Lovelock key into the river, then it will be different when you are in BJ Baka Resort. At BJ Baka Resort, you must throw the key into the sea. Once it's locked, it is said that your love is inseparable and you can go on until the marriage. Well, local heroes, have no worries if you forget to bring a lock when visiting this place, as this place will provide it for you.
Besides the Lovelock area, BJ Baka Resort also offers many other facilities. The famous one is an artificial beach called Majengan Beach. After being satisfied playing in the water, visitors can also take a walk on the beach while looking at the tree benches and leaves of the mangrove tree, plus the coastal breeze with the northern sea landscape. Of course, adding to our admiration for the exotism of Indonesian nature. It's so much fun, local heroes.
Dear local heroes, your love story will be more attractive if you visit Bukit Cinta in Rawapening, Ambarawa, and hook your Lovelock here. Well, the old and famous myth of this place said that if unmarried couples come to this place, then they will break up eventually.
But all these myths are now gone and changed. The change in this myth occurred along with the presence of a selfie spot called the Love Padlock. So don't be surprised if it's now Bukit Cinta Ambarawa or Bukit Cinta Rawapening is always crowded with young couples. With its better arrangement, which is a major attraction for tourists, especially very selfie spot with very beautiful natural background.
What comes to your mind when you hear Sawah Lunto City? Mining town? Correct! However, there is now something new in the city. It's called Monumen Kesetiaan Puncak Cemara, which is located in Barangin district. This monument has become a favorite place for couples who pledge their love and loyalty to each other by attaching a lovelock to this monument.
Loyalty has many meanings, right? Not only interpreting the word loyalty only to lovers, because the true meaning created does not stop at only our partners.
Bandung is one of the cities in Indonesia which is famous for its tourist attractions. Of all the places, there is one named Gembok Cinta, located in the family tourism area, Farmhouse Lembang. You'll see thousands of love locks attached to the iron fence in this place. And guess what? It has become a great spot to take a picture when visiting this place.
The love padlock has now become a romantic icon for those who already have a lovers. Padlocks that were once considered an ordinary item have now become a symbol of eternal love and loyalty. Local heroes, anyone who wants to try, or already have locks installed in those places?
Well, local heroes, some people start to live traditional wedding customs, which is so unfortunate. Traditional wedding customs need to be preserved as they are consisted of procedure and ritual having cultural and sacred value.
Local heroes, finally this episode is over and we have to say goodbye. See you in the next episode, only on
Local Wisdom.